World War I, which began in 1914, was one of the most devastating and decisive conflicts in human history. The year 1916, right in the middle of this conflict, was one of the most crucial and bloody periods of the war. Within this year, several major battles occurred, which not only changed the course of the war, but also left a deep impact on world history. World War I began on July 28, 1914, following the assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria. This conflict quickly spread, involving the major world powers of the time. The Allied powers, consisting of France, Russia, and England, against the Central Powers, led by Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire. The early years of the war were marked by massive bloodshed and stalemate on the battlefield. One of the most important events of 1916 was the Battle of Verdun, which began on February 21st and lasted until December. The Germans launched a major attack on the French fort at Verdun, with the aim of draining the blood of the French. Verdun became a symbol of French resilience and courage, but at a terrible price. The battle cost more than 700,000 lives on both sides, making it one of the bloodiest battles in history. While Verdun raged, the Allies launched another offensive on the Western Front, the Battle of the Somme. Beginning on July 1st, 1916, the battle aimed to relieve pressure on French forces at Verdun and push back the German lines. The first day of the Battle of the Somme was the deadliest day in British military history, with more than 57,000 British troops killed or wounded. This fighting lasted until November and claimed more than 1 million lives on both sides. The year 1916 was also marked by an increase in submarine warfare waged by Germany. Aiming to cut off supplies to the Allies, Germany launched unrestricted submarine warfare, attacking merchant ships and warships without warning. This tactic resulted in high international tensions, especially with the United States, which would later play a major role in bringing America into the war the following year. World War I is often referred to as a technological war because of the many military innovations introduced. 1916 saw the first use of tanks in the Battle of the Somme by the British. Although in their early stages and often suffering from mechanical problems, tanks introduced the concept of mobile warfare that would change future military strategy. In addition, airplanes also began to be used more widely for reconnaissance and air combat. This prolonged war not only affected the battlefield but also civilian society. Food shortages, economic crises, and mass suffering are part of daily life in many countries involved in the conflict. The year 1916 also saw the emergence of social and political movements demanding change, both in the countries involved in the war and elsewhere in the world.